My name is Jerry Hall, and I take x-rays and CAT scans here at Lindsborg Community Hospital. I've been asked to share some thoughts from my experience over the last year and a half with the weight loss program that Greg Lindholm supervises. When undertaking a decision as big as committing to a weight loss program, there has to be things happening in my life or in a person's life to want to make that change. And I've always been heavy. From the time I was a little kid, I was always the chubby, overweight kid. I remember in the second grade I weighed 72 pounds, which I think was pretty heavy. And I always told myself in the back of my mind that as long as it wasn't affecting my health, it was no big deal, not worry about it. But I found about a year and a half ago that it was affecting my health. I was having no energy, I was having shortness of breath, I was having some chest pain with mild exertion. So we began to run some physical exams and made some determinations there. And of course one of the determinations was it's time to lose weight. Knowing that there were many options to consider when looking at weight loss plans and programs, and I've done things before, such as there was a period of time where over the course of about 6 months had lost 40 pounds. Now, this was probably 5-10 years ago with a weight loss program, and so I knew that weight loss could occur, but there's so many different systems out there. My primary care physician, Benjamin DeLiesel, recommended this program of Greg's and said that a physician or a medical provider supervised weight loss program he highly recommended. And so after looking at the different options, it seemed that the plans that were most successful were those that focused on lower carb intake and higher protein intake, and that's what Greg's plan does. When a person begins a weight loss program, there's an initial area of difficulty, just totally changing your lifestyle, totally changing your eating habits. I can say though, it was not the most difficult that I've undertaken, but it did take a significant commitment on my part to hang in there and not break the plan. So it's not the most difficult weight loss eating program that I've ever encountered, but it certainly takes a level of commitment to see it through. One of the aspects of the program, and perhaps at the heart of the program, is the accountability that you have by having regular sessions and weigh-in sessions with an individual, in this case Greg Lindholm, and to know that every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every month, I would go back and be accountable for what my weight was, because we would weigh, and there were also measurements that were, that occurred at the beginning. But that type of accountability helps to motivate a person to not just find the motivation from within themselves. There's an external force there. Also, my wife and I did the program together at the same time, and thus we had an accountability to each other, supporting each other in losing weight. We were able to both lose a good amount of weight. I lost over 80 pounds, Jean lost around 60. And, but having that accountability to each other, as well as then to our medical provider, was very important. So after losing a good amount of weight, probably 50 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, Greg began to encourage that I should undertake more exercise to increase my stamina and to help perpetuate even more weight loss. And so by doing so, not only do I help to lose more weight by exercising, but now that I am exercising, I'm certainly feeling better. Now, it's not just a matter of feeling better, but it's also a matter of having better stamina, whether it's for work or for the many activities that I undertake. Recently, in the process of moving out of state, I've had some very long days and some very physical days of moving lots of furniture and belongings. And I know that a year ago, or over a year ago, before I began the weight loss program, I would not have been able to have done those things, which over the last few weeks certainly have done. I think that the increase in energy level was most noticeable whenever I started exercising again. Yes, I felt better with losing weight, wasn't having the chest pain, wasn't having the shortness of breath, but until I began an exercise regimen, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, it was at that point then that my energy level increased and also that I felt better. When you have your weigh-in, it's not just a matter of getting your weight, you can do that at home. But it also, the scales that they use also involves body mass index, the fat content, moisture, body water content. And one of the things that this challenge is you to do is to drink more water. That's helpful not only in weight loss, but also in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. The time when I knew I had gained a few pounds, it was after beginning exercise, and I gained about 3.2 pounds from the last weigh-in. But then when we got to looking, I had gained 3.2 pounds of muscle mass, and my body fat weight had stayed the same. So that type of feedback is helpful to know that, yeah, I'm heavier than I was, but it's not an unhealthy heavier. One of the side benefits of this is that I've been able to reduce several medications that I was taking for blood pressure, and there has been, a certain financial savings involved with that, not having to pay for additional medications. I still take medications for blood pressure, but not nearly as many as I did before. I had referenced a little bit ago that at an earlier time in my life I had undertaken a weight loss system and lost 40 pounds. Pretty quickly gained weight back from that program, but it was pretty expensive. Greg's program, the cost is for the appointments with the provider, and depending on the insurance, that for me it was a matter of just a small copay, but there's also the cost of the supplements that you buy in the place of regular meals. Now, you're not eating out as often, and you're not eating certain things that are fairly expensive, chips and candies and cookies and that sort of thing. Did it impact the budget? Yes. Was it a budget breaker? No. So then, after the phase of aggressive weight loss, came the holidays, and then for us also moving. So for the last couple months I've gained some weight back. I am now committed to re-losing that weight and losing even more. Yes, I can recommend this eating plan to anyone to encourage them to lose weight and to change lifestyles and to become healthier.